In the name of Allah, the most gracious and most merciful. Assalamu alaikum viewers, my name is Iram Jabbar. I would like to welcome you in chemistry class. In our today's lecture, we will discuss about mole. We know that atom is an extremely small size particle and the mass of an atom is an extremely small quantity, and it is not possible for us to measure such an extremely small quantity. But we need some measurable and standard quantity. For this purpose, scientists introduced the term mole. If we take molar mass of any chemical substance in gram, then that quantity of chemical species is known as mole. Mean, we take that amount of any chemical substance in gram which is equal to its molar mass. This quantity is represented by N, and the chemical substance may be atom, molecule, ion, or an ionic compound. For example, in case of hydrogen atom, molar mass of hydrogen atom is 1.008 AMU. So, if we take 1.008 gram of hydrogen, then that quantity is equal to 1 mole of hydrogen atom. In the same way, we know that molar mass of water is 18 AMU. So, if we take 18 gram of water, then that quantity is 1 mole. In the same way, in case of hydroxyl ion, ionic mass is 17 AMU. So, if we take 17 gram of hydroxyl ion, then it is equal to 1 mole of hydroxyl ion. In the same way, we know that molar mass of NaCl is 58.5 AMU. So, if we take 58.5 gram of NaCl, then that quantity is 1 mole of NaCl. If we are taking atomic mass of an atom of an element in gram, then that quantity is known as gram atom. Mean, if we are going to take atomic mass of element in gram, then that quantity is known as gram atom or mole. We can calculate number of mole for an element by dividing its given mass with its atomic mass. For example, in case of hydrogen, if we need 1 mole of hydrogen, then we need 1.008 gram of hydrogen atom. It would be equal to 1 mole. In the same way, if we need 1 mole of carbon atom, then we require 12 gram of carbon. And if we need 1 mole of magnesium, then we need 24 gram of magnesium atom. In the same way, in case of uranium, we need 238 gram of uranium, and 238 gram of uranium will be equal to 1 mole of uranium. And gram ion, if we are going to take ionic mass of an ion in gram, then that quantity is known as gram mole or simply mole. Again, here formula is same, that number of mole is equal to given mass of ionic substance over its ionic mass. For example, in case of hydroxyl ion, for 1 mole of hydroxyl ion we need 17 gram of hydroxyl ion. In the same way, for 1 mole of sulfate ion we need 96 gram of sulfate ion, because 96 gram is the ionic mass of sulfate ion. In the same way, ionic mass of carbonate ion is 60 gram. If we are going to take 60 gram of carbonate ion, then that quantity is equal to 1 gram ion of carbonate ion. In the same way, if we take molecular mass of a chemical substance in gram, then that quantity is known as gram molecule or mole. And we can calculate gram molecule for any molecular substance by dividing its given mass with its molecular mass. For example, in case of water, if we are going to take 18 gram of water, then that quantity is equal to 1 mole of water. In the same way, molecular mass of sulfuric acid is 98 AMU. So if we take 98 gram of sulfuric acid, then it is equal to 1 mole of sulfuric acid. In case of glucose, molecular mass is 180 AMU. So if we take 180 gram of glucose, then it is equal to 1 mole of glucose. Same is the case with sucrose. Molecular mass of sucrose is 342 gram. So if we take 342 gram of sucrose, then it is equal to 1 mole of sucrose. Mean, if we require 1 mole of any substance, then we should have to take molar mass of that substance in gram. If it is atom, then it would be its atomic mass. If it is a molecule, then it would be its ionic mass. And if a chemical substance is a molecule, then would be its molecular mass. And if an ionic compound, then would be its formula mass. Mean, we only thing which required is to take molecular mass of substance in gram, then that quantity would be its 1 mole. Same is the case with ionic compound. For 1 mole of ionic compound, we should have to take ionic mass of a substance in gram. For example, in case of NaCl, 58.5 AMU is its formula mass. So if we are going to take 58.5 gram of NaCl, which is a measurable quantity, then that quantity would be 1 mole of NaCl. In the same way, in case of sodium carbonate, atomic mass is 106 AMU. So if we are going to take 106 gram of sodium carbonate, then it would be its 1 mole. And in case of silver nitrate, ionic mass is 170 gram. So if we are going to take 170 gram of silver nitrate, then it would be 1 mole or 1 gram formula of silver nitrate. It's all about today's lecture. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.